When telling people your location, there are two ways you can do it. You can give it to them with a relative location or the absolute location. Using the word relative gives you a clue as to how this works. Relative, or related, or a relationship, kind of implies that you're going to be required to have a relationship between two places. Telling someone where I am with a relative position means I'm telling them where I am related to another location. For example, I am across the street from the school. Or, my house is north of the school. So the school is south of my house. But you don't have to use directions necessarily. You could use distance too. My house is 1 mile away from the school. Or, my house is 1 mile east of the school. Or, my house is 1 mile past the school. Or even time. My house is 5 minutes away from the school. You could use cost as well. My house is $1 taxi ride away from the school. And of course you could combine them in various ways. My house is a 5-minute drive heading north 1 mile from the school. So the main takeaway from the relative location is that it's not a fixed location. Relative location is used regularly in common conversations. But sometimes a relative location is not very useful. In those moments, we will use an absolute location. When you give somebody the location of something that has to be 100% correct, there is no room for error, and there is no doubt or misunderstanding of what you meant. You may want to give an absolute location of something. For example, you could tell a delivery driver to drop some pizza off at your house with a relative location. Like, my house is 1 mile down the road on the right. It's the blue house across the street from the school. This works well most of the time. But what if there are 2 blue houses? Or the driver goes a little under a mile. Maybe they missed the school. Well, an absolute location could work better. You could give them the address, like, I live at 123 Main Street. This address is an absolute location. With it, I can find your absolute location. I know exactly where you are. Which means this is the only house with this address, so there should be no confusion. Of course, we do use absolute locations when ordering pizza all of the time. But we might also add some relative locations too, just to make it a little bit easier. Like, I live at 123 Main Street. It's the blue house across the street from the school, about 1 mile down the road. Combining them makes it easy to find the locations most of the time. Sometimes addresses don't work though. What if you're in the middle of the jungle? What's your address? What about the desert? The Arctic? Or what about in the middle of the ocean? Is there an address for that? Well, this is a good time when we can switch over to use coordinates, which we discussed in another video. For example, a boat is trying to find its way to the Canary Islands off the coast of Africa. The boat is 30 degrees north and 15 degrees west. By looking at those coordinates, you can see the boat is close, but it's not quite there. Giving the exact coordinates of the Canary Islands can get you to where you're going. This is an absolute location. You could also give them relative location directions and tell them that they are north of the islands and they need to sail southwest from their current location. Both of them could help out, but the coordinates are precise. There is no need to describe what they are looking for. In conclusion, absolute location uses man-made systems like coordinates or addresses to give a precise location of something in order to guarantee there is no confusion in finding it.